Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Oh, I've got such great news. You know, the world of social networking, the internet, all of that is just filled, well, with negative opinions, negative statements, bitterness. Finally, that's going to get fixed. You know why, Steve?
Why that?
OJ is joined Twitter.
I know.
Woo!
I followed him last night.
Oh, look at you.
It was
You
a
got your
tough
head
decision.
in the game. Wow.
Do I want to follow OJ or not?
Oh,
I kind of want to know what this guy's going to say on Twitter.
Yeah, and I see he's run. I see you have the page open, and he's running with the old school Buffalo Bills uniform that he rocked back in the day.
Kind of disappointed he didn't go with the white Ford Bronco as his cover picture, but I get it.
Yeah, it really should have been the thing.
I mean, it's a sweet car.
It is a very, very sweet car. Dang.
His profile picture, he looks very welcoming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Just rocking a suit, no tie. Doesn't need no tie.
No.
He's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
He's relaxed.
Now, the reason he's on there is, he wants to share his thoughts, his opinions. That's why, he posted a video, said, this is why I'm on Twitter.
Hey, Twitter world, this is yours truly. Now, coming soon to Twitter, you'll get to read all my thoughts and opinions on just about everything. Now, there's a lot of fake OJ accounts out there, so this one, at the real OJ32, is the only official one. So, this should be a lot of fun. I got a little getting even to do. So, God bless. Take care.
What?
Okay,
I got a little getting even to do.
I mean, do we need to hear OJ say that?
Right?
And at that moment, every fake OJ account is deleting it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. I got a little getting even to do. All righty. Spoken like a man that's never been in prison.
12 million views on that video right there.
Is he verified? Does he have a blue check?
No. Unlike me, he is not verified.
Oh, wow. He's not the Twitter verified champ, that's for sure.
Although people are asking for him to be verified.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if you're a Twitter, don't you verify him just to avoid him getting even with you?
I can't even go down and look at the comments because they're going to be just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Bronco.
So it's me leaving Twitter when I hear OJ say he's got some getting even to do, and it's the gif of the Ford Bronco driving on the freeway.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah. Good old OJ. Well,
so the last time you had a little getting even to do, it ended pretty badly, though.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good at all.
OJ.
Yeah.
OJ on Twitter.
So I got to see how he's going to parlay this into making money, since apparently he has none.
He's got now 712,000 followers. I do like his Twitter bio. If you don't see it here, I didn't say it.
Okay.
Who's he following? He's following 8 people.
Oh, yeah.
The Buffalo Bills.
Okay, good. Well,
the NFL.
Do they want that?
I mean, Heisman Trophy. It's just all like USC football.
So is he trying to get football as an angle? I guess that's that was his bread and butter for years. Is he trying to find a way back to that, like Pete Rose kind of did, became an analyst for Fox?
Well, you also got PGA Tour. I mean, I would have. You might be right, or maybe he's just hyper focusing on the thing that made him famous for a good reason.
Yeah. I guess that's a good point. We forget how far from grace he's fallen. I mean, when he played for the Buffalo Bills, a lot of people said, I remember reading that, so was it 30 for 30 or something like that?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't reading it, but I was watching it. But yeah, he was just known for being an African-American at a time that everybody loved. And there was he wasn't even identified by his race. He got endorsements, he got everything. And for the African-American community, it was just like, this is amazing that he's so well received, considering the tensions in our country at the time for African Americans. Didn't affect OJ. It was like, he was, I don't want to say bulletproof. That's not the right term.
Yikes.
I don't want to. Maybe. OJ Simpson on Twitter. He's got some getting even to do. Yeah, he does.
How do I get him to follow me on Twitter? Because that would just be the most random thing. Like following all these accounts and then just one random dude.
Yeah. I don't know, Steve. That's a really good question.
Play up the stuff to say that you loved him on The Naked Gun. Just like just random things that he did that you liked. I mean,
I still only rent cars from, was it Hearst?
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah.
Hearst.
Yeah, good old Hearst.
That's different.
Yes, boy, that's Freudian.
You guys know what I meant.
If you're following him, you're going to need a Hearst. Hey.
One person says, well, what do you expect? He's going to follow Serial Killers Anonymous or something?
Well, yes, I actually kind of thought that.
Why not?
Yeah.
you never know with him. That's the best part.
That's a good point. Yeah, like maybe something jail-related. I don't know.
Mugshot base?
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently that account doesn't exist anymore.
No, I couldn't find it. I was pissed.
Who shut that damn account down? What is it? Are we frowning upon putting up hot chicks that are mugshots?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. That's a bad thing?
Why don't we honor people trying to get their lives together and trying to pay their dues to society who are hot?
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
Hey, if OJ could have Twitter,
yes,
so should Mugshot Base.
Yeah, all right. Finally, that's what you're going to tell OJ. OJ, here's something you need to get for us. Get Mugshot Base back.
I got a little getting even to do. What the F does that mean?
It's so ominous, man.
That's my first question. If this is meant to really get the facts out, Steve, go on there, say, OJ, just have one question. Who or what do you have to get even with?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm asking. And his name's Steve Miggs. That's all I want to know. What if you someday get to wrestle him? What if he decides to become a wrestler?
That's the most random thing to say. Of all people, you think he's just going to decide to go wrestling at, what is he, 60-something years old?
Why not? He's got to make some money. Don't you think, like in the amateur circuit, they'd welcome him?
Oh, yeah, everyone wants to make $1 on the indie level.
Yeah, so all of a sudden,
I don't know.
Steve Miggs and OJ.
He's 71.
71.
You can take him, Steve.
Do it.
You can do it, Steve.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Steve, he's got some getting even to do, so
he does.
It's going to start with you.
Okay, great.
Okay, 3-2-1 battle. The next one is with Steve Miggs. OJ.
No.
I'll bring the gloves.
Wow. Come on, that would be epic.
Or the gloves are off for this battle.
Oh, I get what you're saying. That's right. I see what you're doing there. Yeah. All right. And we say it's the most stupid idea ever, and yet... Let's wait and see. We got this 11-year-old. How about this 11-year-old stops a home invasion in the most badass way possible? Steve's got the Miggs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Miggs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Kia Puyallup for giving us the Miggs Report. And big day for all of us here because we love our sushi. It's International Sushi Day.
Oh, really? All right.
Put that roll in your mouth.
We celebrated early last week.
We did. Yeah. I think that's bad of us. We should celebrate it again today.
Good idea.
Cancel our plans. We're getting sushi.
Good idea.
All right, let's do that. Let's talk about this 19-year-old guy. He broke into a house in North Carolina on Friday, but he picked the wrong 11-year-old to mess with. I don't know if they ever have plans of making Home Alone meets John Wick, but this kid is like a young John Wick.
I like this.
As the 11-year-old took him out with a machete.
Whoa!
Yes. The kid was home by himself. The burglar, he forced him into the closet, the kid into the closet. Well, I'll have the 11-year-old explain what happened next.
It went by really fast, and I knew that I didn't have any time to think about what I was going to do. So I just, grabbed a weapon that was in the house and just acted with it. He pointed a pellet gun at me that was located in our house, and I knew that it wasn't loaded, so I just sat down and got in my closet like he told me to. And then he went into the living room to grab my phone to make sure I didn't call the 911 or anything. When I saw him try to put it in his pocket, I grabbed my machete off of my wall and went to hit him, and I hit him in the back of the head.
Wow.
Damn.
Jeez. Right?
Whoa.
And how great is his parents? They let him have a machete in his room.
A machete to the head from this kid.
And how stupid is the burglar? He used a pellet gun instead of that machete that was on the wall as his weapon.
Wow.
Amazing.
That is hardcore.
And the kid, he had a message for that burglar.
You shouldn't have done what you've done. you're better off to get a job than breaking into other people's house.
I hope the guy turns his life around after hearing this advice from this kid.
I love this kid. This kid is awesome.
I even saw the dad, and someone asked the dad about it, and the dad's just like, yeah, I told my kid, just do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's great advice. Somebody, I mean, you know, people busting your house, buddy, it's off. Do what you got to do.
Damn. 11 years old. Said, screw it. I'm going for the machete.
Yeah. Love that, man.
Impressive.
Machete to the head.
I don't know if you remember this story back in April of last year. There was a guy in Bothell. He intentionally drove his car into two people that were crossing the street. Now we have more information about him. The reason why he did it is just completely insane. The guy's name is Eli, and he told the cops he was doing it. He hit the pedestrians because, well, he was trying to get out of work. He worked at a school cafeteria. He hated the direction of his life and where it's gone, so he decided to run over two people. Fortunately, both of the people he hit survived. They're going to be fine. But he was driving like 35 to 40 miles per hour when he hit them and intentionally sped up as he saw them in the intersection. So now he doesn't have to worry about working because he was just sentenced to 14 years in prison for this.
Shouldn't he get a machete to the head as well?
Right? Get the 11-year-old to handle this guy.
I feel like really that's what's necessary.
One of the people he hit was a woman by the name of Amy Porterfield, and she was one of the people that he hit. And here she is reacting to why. I have bad handwriting, man.
So you're sure, Freud? You're sure, Freud? We have a picture of Amy?
I'm out.
How you doing, man?
You're out. Yeah.
I'm out. I'm out.
Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Miggs report.
Thank you, Amy Pokerfield, for contributing to a great news.
Here's Amy Porterfield. Get your mind out of the gutter, BJ.
Oh, yeah. Too late.
Talking about how she reacted when she heard why he hit her.
Hearing that someone can take it so callously and casually, just like I didn't want to go to work, so this is what I did. That's really upsetting. I feel angry, but I also feel bad for him that he was in that frame of mind.
That's Amy Porterfield.
That's Porterfield,
yes.
Steve. And of course, I mean, there's a horrible thing that happened to her.
What a great attitude she has, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, because her name's not Pokerfield. That's why. Who knows what kind of attitude she have if that was her name.
The website Wallet Hub just released their annual list of the best and worst states to take a summer road trip.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Washington. You did not crack the top 10, but you came in at number 11.
Okay.
So that's not bad. Washington State, a fun place to go on a road trip. The way that they picked it out was based on traffic. That's probably why we weren't in the top 10.
Oh, yeah.
Gas prices, number of attractions, quality of the roads, and the weather as well. Based on that criteria, what do you think was the number one place to take a summer road trip?
A summer road trip?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a road trip, so it's got to be contiguous.
Yes, that's a good point because Hawaii, I was like, that was my first thought because Hawaii's awesome, but that's in the bottom 10.
Ooh. How about Arizona?
Arizona?
Wrong.
Ah, dang it.
What about you, Vicky? What do you think?
California?
California?
Wrong.
Well, I would think that too.
The 101.
No.
Right.
I mean,
the PCH would be awesome.
it's not even in the top 10. Wow. Danny, what do you think?
Colorado.
Wrong.
Okay, mushrooms are legal now.
Yeah, good point. That's so any trip you can take there.
Rev?
Wyoming.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, because of Yellowstone and stuff.
Wrong.
Although last year you would have been right, Rev, because it came in at number 2. Number 1, North Carolina.
How about Amy Pokerfield's house? Any chance there's a good road trip to Amy Pokerfield?
We're moving on from Amy Pokerfield.
Okay, fine.
Minnesota, number 3, Virginia, number 4, and Texas, number 5.
Who was number 1?
Number 1, North Carolina. And congratulations, Oregon. Came in at number 8.
I'm trying to remember if the Outer Banks are in North or South Carolina, because that's a good beach area they got there with the wild
I
horses.
think that's South Carolina.
I think you're right.
I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
Mariners lost 6-4 to Kansas City.
They also lost our boy.
I know. What the...
Whoa! Wow! What the Pokerfield?
Steve.
Got a nasty girl.
And again, just handing over good players to the New York Yankees, making this a tradition that happens almost every year.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
They lost 6-4 to Kansas City. They go at it again tonight at T-Mobile Park at 7:10. And congratulations, this happened over the weekend while we were off, to the Seawolves, back-to-back champions in the world of rugby.
Whoa, it's got to be the mascot. It's got to be Rucky.
Yeah, Rucky even texted us and shout out to the Seattle Seawolves, back-to-back champions, winning it in the last seconds of the game. Rucky now gets his second ring.
Look at Rucky, man.
Rucky's a good luck charm. Maybe
Yeah.
Rucky needs to be the mascot for the Mariners.
At this point...
No offense, Moose.
Yeah, I mean, look, why can't it be Moose and Rucky? That'd be a great show.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They can work together as a team.
Yeah.
As far as weather, 68 degrees and cloudy, and thank you, Snoqualmie Casino and Amy Pokerfield for giving us the Mix Report.
Thank you, Amy Pokerfield. Yeah.
Nothing but the best.
Well, at least you know what? I feel like a prognosticator. Because we did talk about this a couple, maybe last week or the week before, that we thought, how long is Encarnacion going to be on the Mariners? Because, they got rid of Jay Bruce. Of course, and so then we got to take a look at, Felix Hernandez. I don't know. I haven't been following Felix. I don't know how long. I don't even know if he's still. I don't know what's going on with him.
Hasn't he been on the IR?
That's what I thought. That's probably why. That makes sense why I haven't heard much about him.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad. That's too bad. If he's on the IL, then that's the thing.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. If these people, him, Pokerfield, they're all in the IR.
Yeah, they're places.
They got places to go.
Yeah.
Also, the Outer Banks are in North Carolina, not South.
Oh, it is North.
Oh, well, then that's probably why it's a great road trip, because I did take a road trip down from New York State to the Outer Banks. Huh? It's a beautiful drive. Also, I just got back from Oregon. I don't know where Oregon's on the list, but was in the Cascades in Oregon.
Oregon was number 8.
Yeah. Oregon Cascades. Oh, well, I got back from those Brighton Bush hot springs, which I thought I would not want to go to in the middle of the forest and do like this, clothing optional soaking. But man,
that's right. You were on your hippie retreat.
I was on my hippie retreat.
How'd that go?
Yes, it was awesome.
Did you get naked with other men?
I did get naked with everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was actually co-ed.
Co-ed nudity
at the basically the hot springs. That I didn't realize, but I walked over there and I'm like, okay then.
Did you bring a bathing suit, or was it like?
I wore a bathing suit as what you wear, because you can't be. It's clothing optional only at those places. Otherwise,
you don't want to pass all the families.
Yeah, but when you're walking around all over the place, you have to have clothes on. It's only at the hot springs that the clothing is optional.
That would be the weirdest thing ever. If you're a family camping and then there's just how many people were a part of this?
Oh well, our thing it was about 12 people.
So 12 random naked people just walk by you.
Yeah.
I'm going to the hot springs.
That's a dirty dozen right there.
But we had, there had to be at least 200 people there that I could imagine. I think that was how many people I felt like was there. They're supposed to have 600 for the solstice coming up.
Damn.
That go to Brighton Bush. I didn't know about this place, but it's a pretty hot place.
So you get down to the hot springs, you're in your bathing suit, and then you notice everybody else is naked?
Yeah.
Do they say, hey, everybody get your clothes off?
No. You can keep it on. People were doing that, but the majority, you start feeling like the outsider because you're the only one with the suit on.
Yeah.
So, and look, we were doing a personal growth seminar in body image, no doubt about it. The person that led the seminar, Grace, she's smart. She knew that this is a great place to do it, so people can really feel good about their bodies. And well, here you are. And
did you have any personal growth while this was going on?
Steve, honestly, I am so happy I'm the age I am, because if I did this, there were some young dudes there. Like, here's the other thing. They were all ages. I was surprised. I thought it would just be old people like me.
I thought you were going to say there were some young chicks that were attractive, but you said there were some young dudes. Were you worried that you were going to get some personal?
Well, the reason I went into because there were young chicks that were with the young dudes as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so all shapes, all sizes, all ages. So there is something for if you like to look at things. There's something for everybody. Is all I'm going to say. Whatever you like to look at. There were young dudes who I noticed were just wearing their suits. It was really funny. I thought, wow, these young guys, and then I'm thinking, oh yeah, I remember when I was young. If you have a problem trying to think of things so that things don't.
Right.
And here are a bunch of naked women in front of you, or naked men, if that's what you're also digging. Well, then, yeah, the suit can at least hide it a little bit. Nothing is hidden if you have no clothes on.
So you're just hanging out.
Literally,
and just BSing with everybody.
It's so bizarre to have conversations, but eventually that's exactly what happens. You just hop in, you have conversations, people are walking around, and then all of a sudden you kind of don't notice it that much anymore.
That's why you guys give me a tough time about taking showers with a bunch of dudes in the hockey locker room, but after a while, it's just almost instantly you just forget that you're even naked. You're just amongst your buddies BSing.
That's a really good point. And of course,
now you kind of know what it means to get naked in a locker room.
Well, actually,
how it feels.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And at first it was just me getting in the hot tub with a bunch of guys, sort of, if you will. Yeah, we're all in the same area. Yeah. We can all see each other. But, I felt like, all right, I'll go over here. There's room in this one when there's just guys. And then eventually, there's no room. And the only way there's room is one that has women in there. So I have to go in there. And, and.
Did you notice anybody meat gazing?
No, it's interesting. No, because of the location, the only thing you'd want to see in a dude, for the most part, I mean, you probably could dig a guy who's really well, and there were guys that were ripped.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, talk about body image. There were dudes that really were in amazing shape. Even some hippie dudes where I thought, they take off the hippie outfit and you go, and then all of a sudden, like, whoa, this guy is actually swole, even though he's wearing, the Birkenstock and whatever, and, he's got the long hair or the man bun. But I'm like, all right,
He does the 24-hour hippie fitness.
But with women, it's different. Like, stuff you are interested in women is a little higher.
That's true. You can do that quick peek.
Yeah, so but it's, you really are noticing if you're going, I'm going to go right there and look in that region for a dude.
What's up, Bob?
Yeah.
My eyes are up here, sir.
Yeah. And for the most part, only I think if somebody was just, for some reason, if somebody just decided they worked for the Oregon Logging Company, that you might go, holy crap, are you kidding me? Because most of us are just like, everybody just seemed to be pretty much the same. There wasn't anybody walking around looking like, Jeff Probst.
Glad nobody worked for the Oregon Logging Company.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Toting lumber.
But I mean, it would be, I think, like anybody that noticeably just like you go, wow, that's a little bit more different than I expected. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But but it's beautiful out there. I soaked every morning. Like, you get up, did a hot tub, went to breakfast, did a little bit of the seminar, went to lunch, did a hot tub, went back for the seminar, dinner, hot tub. I hot tub 3 times a day. Oh, and outdoor showers.
Yeah.
Where the river is running. So you just, while you look over to your left shoulder and there's the river, the Brighton Bush River. It's like, I couldn't believe how much I was digging this, man.
Is that a nickname for one of the people there?
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, I did have a good time, though. Sarah can't believe I got naked in front of everybody. Sarah, she can't handle it.
Well, what part of it couldn't she handle? Like,
she's like, really? You were naked in front of people? She's just like, she just couldn't. She was just like, I don't think I could do that. I mean, how many people in this room think you could? I didn't think I could. I just.
I'm positive I
could do it easy.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Like,
man.
actually get naked?
Oh, yeah.
You mean, so you walk into an area, men, women, all ages, doesn't matter.
Wouldn't care. Well, I mean, as long as they're above a certain age, I wouldn't want to be.
There were kids there too. And it didn't bother. But you know what was funny?
It's the weird part is it affects them the least. They don't give a crap.
Yeah, and the parents.
I don't know why I think about that, but they don't give a crap.
See, the parents were there. The kids were actually clothed, and I actually was in a cold plunge, and these kids were with me having a conversation like, "How can you stay in the cold plunge?" And it really did prove a point. You're right, Steve. It's not like they cared.
They don't care one bit.
They didn't give a damn. They were. No. I mean, because I'm thinking. Look, mommy and daddy probably, if they go to Brighton Bush and they have no problem being naked, I'm sure the kids have grown up in a house where being naked is not a problem.
Right.
And so they were just talking to me. It wasn't like they were like, "Mommy, there's a naked man." They just talked to me like it was normal to see a man or a woman naked, and that's where they were. And
we make it weird.
Yeah, and they were fine. And so the kids were like having fun as we were trying to like do the cold plunge, and they couldn't do it, and I was trying to do it, and because you had the cold hot tub, and dude, I learned how to do it. Like, I mean, I did it. When I first got there, I was like you. Plus, I pretty much went from bass to soprano every time I went in there, which was the joke for all of us guys, because it's like, we get in there and you know what, we're going to be singing soprano.
Right.
But then I saw these women doing it and they were able to stay there for a long time. So I said, I'm going to work up to this.
Okay.
And I did. I was able to stay in there for like a minute or whatever and just sit in the 50
What was the trick?
You don't move. Apparently there's like a wall of heat that will surround you. And I remember Ted Smith was telling me that because he goes, he goes to the Russian place here in Seattle.
Yeah.
And so if you just stay, you actually get used to it and it's not a problem. And all of a sudden I'm in this thing for like, a minute, 2 minutes.
So the movement's what's going to get you.
Yeah. Then when you get out.
That would be my first instinct. Be like, move around, build up.
Yeah. I just go, oh, and then eventually, that was exactly how it sounds. And then I got used to it. Wow. And yeah.
Somebody says, I prefer to be naked. I wish there were more places to just be naked.
Yeah, I have to say it was really cool.
So wait, Danny and I jumped at the opportunity to get naked, which sounds funny.
Yeah.
But so Vicky, Rev, not down with the idea?
Oh, no, I've been to swingers parties and I've been to topless beaches, so it's not a big deal. The kid thing, it depends how old they are. If they're teenagers, I think they would be uncomfortable, but if they're little kids, they don't care.
What if you knew the people? Like, we were doing the seminar, so here it is, we're doing this workshop. They're the people in the workshop. We all know each other, and pretty much like a lot of these personal growth workshops, there are more women than men. So they see me and everything, we're working together, and then It's time to go into the hot springs. I have to tell you something. Not too many times did I ever actually go at the same time with it was like, hey, who wants to go for a soak? And it was always like,
Yeah.
Because again, we all know each other and see each other as opposed to it's just strangers that I'm, naked in front of.
And you probably weren't like, hell yeah, if you see like a group of women that are going, because that makes it kind of look like you're
Exactly.
like, oh, there's the creepy old guy. Oh yeah, I'm in, ladies. Get naked.
Exactly, Steve. I felt horrible going, I'm so looking forward to a soak.
I would totally do it with a bunch of strangers. Like, I'm picturing if we all went to the seminar, I don't think I could do it.
Really?
With you guys?
With all of us? Yeah, no.
Why?
Like, I'll wear swim trunks going into the pool, but that's about as far as I'm going.
So what if I see your dong, Rev? What's the big deal?
I mean,
because I see you every day, and you're just going to be looking at me and thinking about my dong every single day.
I don't ever think about that with my hockey buddies.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, too, though. I am 5'1". Everything's at eye level for me.
Which is really funny. That's kind of why I think it'd be hilarious.
No.
That would be funny.
I would
Poor
literally
Vicky.
just be looking up the entire... No.
So what if we all sat?
Like in the water and we were naked, I think I'd be okay with it as long as I didn't see anything.
Yeah, but I mean, in order to get in the water, and plus
you're gonna have to see
it. And that's the thing. I mean, there were some people from my workshop that were in another tub, but it was really late at night. No women mixed with women mixed with the guys that I know of. And I mean, I was there with some of the dudes. Obviously, the dudes that were at this thing, we went to the tub a lot. But yeah, that didn't happen a lot. I don't know if I actually was at the hot tubs naked anytime where visibly, because you go during the day too, and during the day it's one thing at night. There's not many night lights there, so you could sort of be at the tubs at night and not really see a whole lot. But in the day, I mean, it's right out in front of you. Everything's there.
Could we be drunk? Because I know Sarah and I, for one of my birthdays, snuck into a pool and we went skinny dipping with a bunch of people and some here from work.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have a lot of alcohol there. You could bring your own and sneak it in, I suppose. But for at least what we were doing, they were kind of like, nah.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was part of the workshop. Will you do it, and what comes up for you, as it were? Yeah. Because I had my own stuff. I had my own stuff to work on. I imagine everybody else had their own stuff to work on. So, yeah, it wasn't like the women and men were all going, we should go in the tubs together, like in the same tub together. That didn't happen.
So when we go to our radio convention in Chicago, why don't we hit the hot tub naked?
You can FaceTime me since I'm not going to be there this year. I'll be naked.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
As long as you FaceTime us.
I don't think we can hit. I don't think there's any place in the hotel where they let us go around.
I know,
naked,
we
even
get
the hot
kicked
tub.
out.
I'll put a sign up.
Oh, is that
hot tub closed for an experiment?
Yeah, for experiment.
Morning show stew.
Yeah, lovely.
Lots of sausage in that stew.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What is the name of the monster in Stranger Things?
Lego.
No.
7.
No.
Crap. Bird Box.
No.
Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Yeah, it wasn't Bird Box. It was Demogorgon. And if you want to beat Steve, you got a good shot. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills. And of course we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Today tastes like game day at home, like assigned couch seating, like coffee table dining, and an ice-cold Coke to cool down the heat. Today tastes like watching football is supposed to, and it never tasted this good. Coca-Cola, together tastes better.
Football season is here. That means it's time to load up on some delicious ice-cold Coke. Pick up Coca-Cola today.